All right, so let's go ahead and create a new file real quick, and I'll move to models and click this can, the one with liquid. All right, so you can rotate and look around. Now if you click on this icon right here, it's actually gonna fit into the camera. All right, so from here we got the pull ring, we got the liquid, and we got the can. All right, so that's what we have. Talked about that in the previous video. So you're going to select the can, and right here you can click on this, and from here you can change the color to black. All right, I'll increase the metallic, and the roughness I'll bring it down. All right, so you have this surface. So I'll go in and bring my first image, drag and place it on the can. Now the default placement is decal, and from this drop down I can select fill, and it will be filled all over the can. All right, and you can move it and you can resize it using that circle, using that blue circle. Now I'll go and bring in the logo and then place it on top. As you can see, it's looking good already. All right, so we can pan in, pan out, rotate. So I'll go and bring in this, place it right here, and as a matter of fact I did this in Adobe Illustrator. All right, and the can itself looks familiar. If you're in Africa, you might be thinking, I think I know this can. All right, it's the can you're thinking, origin. All right, so I copied that in Adobe Illustrator. So now we need to select the logo. So right now the selection is on that label on the left. All right, so you need to double click on the logo. All right, the area outside the blue circle, and it will be selected, and holding Alt you can duplicate, drag to the right side and position it. Make sure it doesn't overlap the other side. All right, you can pan in, pan out. Now you see that the left one is a little bit higher than the right, so we need to bring it down. All right, so I'll go in and bring this to and place it at the side, position it well. Okay, now we have this. Now I'll go and bring in the last one and place it at the bottom here. All right, it's looking great. Now I'll turn to the other side and bring in the same label, text, whatever, and place it right here. Okay, so now the can is looking great. Let me position that well. All right, so you can move around. You just need to check on my video, A Beginner's Guide to Adobe Dimension. Talked about all these. Okay, so now I'll go back and then select the liquid. All right, the liquid on the surface. All right, select that, and you come and click on this icon, and from this properties you can change the color of the liquid. All right, you can make it red, blue, depending on the liquid that's contained in the can. All right, you can just go ahead and change it. I think I like this color instead. Okay, so we have changed it. Right now we can go ahead and render. We have a render preview, so from the top right you can just click on that to have a render preview. Now that blue lines around the liquid is actually disgusting. You can just click the background and it to be off, then you can render preview that. All right, so if you click on the background, the blue will go away, then you can have a clean render preview. Okay, so this is great, and I'm gonna place it at the right, and I'll go in for this cylinder in the models. Let me scroll to the top and grab this cylinder right here. All right, let me pan in. Now I can use this box or this square right there to just bring it down a little bit. Then holding shift and dragging it down, you can resize it uniformly. Talked about that in my previous video, and you go and check that. Now before you can change the material of this cylinder, all all right, you just need to convert it, all right, to a standard model. So you click on that and it will be converted to a standard model. Then you can add any material that you want onto the surface. So I'll scroll down and click on this one to have this surface, all right, and I'll just place my can on top. All these things that I'm doing, I talked about them in the previous video, all right, so make sure it doesn't go through, so you just have to place it on top. All right, so you can just rotate and see how it looks, everything. All right, so let's have a render preview. All right, so now we need to have a duplicate. All right, so you can click on this right here and it is duplicated, but it's in the original can. All right, so you just need to have a wide camera view, then drag it outside, all right, just like this, and using those arrows and pointings, you can just rotate it on the y-axis, x-axis, whatever axis that you want. So right now I just gotta rotate it on the z-axis, just like I'm doing. And if you don't want to do that, you can just come this side and change this to 90. All right, you can use this arrow to bring it to the ground, or you can click here and it will be sent to the ground. All right, so you can position that well. All right, let's pan out and have a view. So if you like this view, you can go ahead and save this view. Just let me render it. All right, so I think I like this view, this camera view, so I can go ahead and bookmark it. All right, so you can just go to the top and click the plus, then you click anywhere else, it will be saved. All right, you can come back to it, or you can render. You can have many views that you can render. It's gonna render all the camera views for you. And right now I like this, so let's go back to the models and grab this splash model. There are 3, so let's grab this one and place it anywhere. So let's rotate and resize to fit, all right, or wherever we want it to be. So keep on rotating, play with it. Now go ahead and resize it or scale it on the y-axis. Now I like this. Okay, so go to the materials and scroll to Adobe Substance, whatever, then you have this beer. All right, so you can just click on that or drag it onto the material. All right, so let's have a render preview, and from here you can change the color of the splash. All right, so let's have a render preview. That's looking great. All right, so I like this view and I can go ahead and save this camera view. All right, so, and I like this view also, so I can go ahead and add this to my camera view or bookmark it. As long as I like many views, I can go ahead and save them and render them. It's actually going to produce all of them at the end. Okay, so let's add some light. First of all, let's click on the first directional light, and it's actually going to add a sun to the right. Let's render preview it, and this is what we have. Okay, so you can choose to add an environmental light. All right, so let's add this one. It's actually didn't make any difference, so let's go ahead and head to the render room. All right, let's preview that. It's looking great, so let's head to the render room. Now from here, as you can see, from here we have 3 views. We have 4: current view, 1, 2, and 3. So you can just take all of them into render, then you add the name of the file. You just need to click hi, and you should bear in mind that it will render it slow. Now you can choose to save it only PNG or PSD, or have them both. And the bottom one is just for the location of the file, all right, just where you want to save it. then you can go ahead and render it. So it's gonna estimate the time and then just check out. Alright, so we are done rendering and I've opened them in Photoshop. And these are the other camera views. Alright, so it saved all of them. Alright, so that's it. Let's go ahead and close that. We don't need that right now, and this is actually gonna help you in mocking up things. So we have noise and we have smooth, so you can choose which one you want, and you can go ahead and change the background colors and just tweak things up. All right. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment. All right, and I'm out. Peace.